Hello everyone. Wanted to give you a little recap on Monday, January 18th's commission meeting. First off, on our new business, we looked at the commission districts. There are 5 commissioners and we each have our own district. They're divided up by population to be as equal as they can. Now my district, number 2, is one of the only, or is the only district that has just Great Bend. I've got the center of Great Bend. Other commissioners do have parts of Great Bend, but they also have rural area and some have the small cities. We looked at those and they are required statutorily to be looked at every 3 years. And with no census data, we talked to the county clerk and they're arranged about the best that they can by population until we know more on new census data. So we adopted a resolution to keep those the way they were. We'll revisit those in 3 years when we have more information from our updated census. Next was, we had a resignation from Bridget Barron from Independent Township Board. She was the clerk there and she resigned, I believe, to go back to college. And so the board recommended Ryan Osher to take her spot. And so we approved that action and Ryan will take over until her term expired. So then we had asked that the department heads come and visit us and give us updates on their departments. So first off, we had Levi Morris, who gave a very good overview of everything that he's got going in the county attorney's office. Then we had Phil Hathcock, and Phil gave us an overview of the administrative office. So these were both very helpful for us. And then next on the agenda, we had Wendy Prosser, the new county appraiser. Wendy came in to talk about bulk mailing, and the appraiser's office has figured out that if they mail out and outsource that bulk mailing, it's cheaper both with the materials, not even counting the staff time to do this. And so she presented some of the companies that put in bids, and it was awarded again to Masters Touch, who did last year's. They not only saved the county money, but they did a very good job as well. Next on the agenda, we went into executive session for non-elected personnel, and then we actually had to go back into executive session as we didn't have quite enough time the first time. When we came out, no action was taken. So then I wanted to give you an update on of some other things that I've got going on. I've been trying to visit with the departments to get to know the employees, and even though I was a department head myself for a number of years, I don't really know all the ins and outs of what the different departments do. So last week I got to go out to Road and Bridge. I spent about 3 hours and I'd like to go back. There's just so much information, so much that they do there. And then this week I got to visit with Juvenile Services. Marissa Woodmansey's the director there, and I can tell you that she has a wonderful staff, and she herself, they genuinely care about the people of Barton County and our youth as well. And so there was just so information. One of the things that I did take in from visiting with all of them, and they didn't tell me this, but I saw my own, they're really very tight. They're in a very small space, and I know that's a problem for a lot of people, but I can tell you that they don't have a lot of space and they do very good with what they do have. On Monday, I'm going to get to go to Community Corrections and visit with Amy Boxberger and her staff. So I'm looking forward to that. When I go to these visits, I'm trying to look at what the County Commission can do for these entities as well. We are fortunate enough to have very good department heads and elected officials, and they do a good job. But if there's anything that we can do just by getting to know them, getting to know the staff and what they do, I believe that helps and help me in decision making and the other commissioners as well. And another thing that I got to do this week, I finally had a little time to call Alicia Straub, our senator, and she's a former Barton County commissioner as well. And I talked to her about upcoming legislation and going to keep in touch and things that they've got going on a state level that will very much affect us here in Barton County. I also got to call Senator Tyson, who chairs the tax committee. Now they do have a bill that will affect us, and it's called Senate Bill number 13. It's passed the Senate, and this bill does a number of things. One of the things is it would remove the current tax lid, but it would also find a way for transparency for taxpayers to know if their taxes may be going up due to different budget issues. And so this bill, I will keep you apprised of it as I know more. It's got a lot in it. Next week it will go before the House. It was also voted in with the House and the Senate last year, and it was vetoed by the governor, but now it's had some changes made, and as soon as I know more about that and how that will impact us, I will let everybody know. Other than that, please feel free to call me. Come by the courthouse on Mondays, or just stop by and talk to me, and anything that I can do to help out. As you know, I'm always here, and that's all I have. So thank you and have a great weekend.